afternoon, everybody. We're going to get started. We'll start with some introductions and a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence for our departed people that cannot Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of silence for departed members. Thank you. So before we have our soup salad or soup anyway, we're going to get some housekeeping done. Caleb is selling 50 tickets, and half is going to go to Jane's Fund, which everybody I think knows about with Jane's Fund and what they do and the cause. Start off with our fire chief, JP John Filion, and Becky. It would be easier if I just had everybody stand up and tell us where you're from and what the heck you're doing here. We won't do that. First assistant, Jared Baker and Don. You gotta stand up here.
You gotta stand up, Jared and Don. You gotta stand.
Second assistant chief, Matt Lavelle and Mary. There you go. Captain Joe Dallaire and his date Abby. Our Captain John Aruda, Sparky, and Morgan. Fire Police Captain Ron Hewson and Carrie. Our President and the First Lady, and they do a lot for this organization, not just on the banquet, but every month, I can't tell you how much these guys do for this organization. Todd and Sally Jarvis. Dave and Elle are in Florida still. Secretary Caleb Champlain. And Treasurer Shane Brink and Pam. Stand up.
Gotta stand, there you go.
Have our EMS Captain Corey Thompson. Now guest fire chief who's coming down double-fisted. Our friend Ross Point, Michael Blond. Mike, can I put in a plug for your breakfast tomorrow?
Yep, yes sir.
Okay, what time to start?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Ross Point Fire Department, down to your breakfast tomorrow. Make sure you do it. It's 8 till 8 till noon?
8 to noon. Apparently.
8 to noon. It's a really good breakfast, so if you get a chance to go down to Ross Point tomorrow morning, so I'm waiting for Billy. Thanks so much, Billy. Our fire commissioners, we have one on the way, Woody Kissel, but we're going to deal with him later. Kind of surprised us. John couldn't make it tonight, he's not feeling the best. Dale could not make it tonight, and Carol. Again, Todd and Sally, another fire commissioner, and Todd Jarvis. Myself. Past fire chiefs, we have myself and Gene Glad. And exempt members, Richard and Gene Glad. Village board members, we have our mayor, Jennifer Cartridge. Trustee Chuck Connor and Della. This one's tough for me because do I announce Kim or do I announce Tom? The town outweighs the village, right? How's that?
First. Pick your battle, Chris.
All right, Kim Champlain by herself. We'll introduce Tom later. Kim Champlain. And the guy that helps us out a lot, almost every week, and I know every time there's a fire, and we won't talk about fire hydrants tonight, but he is a huge asset to our organization and takes care of the town and all that kind of stuff. Mike Gallagher and Mandy are here. And also part of the village team, Juanita Monez and Mary. Sorry. Town board, I think this is Tom, our supervisor, is doing a lot of good things for the town right now. Tom Trombley and Kim. on the county level, Area 1 legislator. Where'd he go? Oh, Brian County. Well, usually Josh runs the camera and Calvin sits down. Another guy that's doing a lot for us in Area 1, Calvin Castine and Judy. You start looking at Facebook, you start looking at all of our fire department events, the EMS events, all the events. Calvin's been doing this since 86. 83. And when he's doing this stuff, you don't think about it when he's doing it at the time. So when you look back, there's a lot of people that we've lost over the years. And those tapes, everything that he does is just amazing. I know my grandparents when I see him. So thank you. Thanks for recording our history. Our area judge for the town of Champlain, Buggy's here, down here. Kevin Schiller. And Valerie, came all the way down from Montreal. Hi, Valerie. Kevin won the CO2 detector. He took a good time. All right, so we're going to have a little bit of dinner. Where's Pat? Pat, if you could come up and say the blessing for us. There she is. I think you're actually glad to.
I was, but they told me to sit here.
Thank you, Pat.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, bless these men and women for all they do and continue to do for us. And to bless our food that will be coming out momentarily. May God keep you safe and well. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son.
Thank you, Pat. We're going to start with, actually, we're going to serve soup and then we'll go from there. All right, good. Thanks, everybody. We'll have some more work after that. Turn around and applause, too. He asked me to MC this morning, 2 hours ago, so we pulled it together, but he's in the bathroom now, so I can talk about it. Tom, do you want to go and say just a quick few words on the town? What's going on? Welcome to.
So, Brother Chris, at least you had a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm not giving you any.
I didn't have any notice. Thank you for letting them speak, but thank you for having me here. But first and foremost, thank you for your service to the community and being a volunteer base at this time and day is amazing. Statistics probably know these already, right? But since 2000, there's been a steady decline of volunteer firefighters by approximately 100,000 across the state. And that was as of 2020. So those of you that are still volunteering to serve the community, I commend you. We appreciate you, and we thank you. Yeah, thanks. And best of luck. I know it's your down to roll out your new station, your new department. And best of luck with that. I know how much is needed. People ask me, I will be positive. I know there's a cost, but it's a necessity. And I'm sure that most people will remember that someday when they have emergency vehicles in their driveway, it's going to be priceless. And just like the EMS, their response time is outstanding. And the service that they give us is outstanding, and we appreciate that. So thank you very, very much. And as far as what's going on in town, we're doing good things. It's a lot to come. We've been building a foundation here for a year and a half, and we've got more to go, but the bricks will get laid, I promise. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Guess who's next? Janet, you've had 2.5 minutes to prepare your speech. Come on up. All right. if our fire department's having their banquet next door, I'll be over there.
Is it in French?
Non, c'est pas en français. Je peux le faire en français si tu veux. So I would like to thank you all sincerely for the work that you do in our community. Being a firefighter is a dangerous job. I know it takes time and training and often little recognition for your dedication and skills. The Village of Champlain is very, very grateful for your commitment, and we will continue to work closely with you, especially when it comes to water supply and fully working hydrants. In addition to keeping us safe, I would like to thank you for being a vibrant, active part of the community. Your participation in Trunk or Treat, parades, Village Fest, and so many other events brings us all close together. One of the best parts of living in a small community. And on a personal note, I've had you at my house fighting the fire. And I've seen you working hard for long hours battling a blaze. I've witnessed the work the auxiliary does to support you. As Mr. Rogers always says, look for the helpers. You are beyond the helpers. You are the lifesavers. And I will never take you for granted. Keep up the good work. We are so fortunate to have you protecting us. Thank you very much.
County level, Area 1 legislator Calvin Caston. Got a few words?
Few words.
Yeah, Judy, you're on camera.
No, up there. No. And believe it or not, I am a man of few words. I can't imagine setting this banquet in the middle of brush fire season. This is an optimistic group, I can tell. Very optimistic. I am so old I can remember when fire departments had waiting lists. And it's certainly not the situation right now. I can remember when Floyd Bursey was a young firefighter. That's how old I am. I've seen a lot of these. But I too would like to thank everybody here for your, and the ones who weren't able to make it, for your volunteerism. It's kind of scary how little of that there is in our country right now. And I really applaud you folks for doing this. And Caleb asked me to be here. I said certainly, because anytime we can say thank you to you guys, we need to do that. So thank you.
So over 22 years ago, a couple of us sat around Banquet Church kitchen table, and it took a few years, but we finally formed a fire district in 2000, which to me seems like yesterday. It's one of the proudest things I've ever been involved with, and we're lucky. You know, the village, we were a village fire department since 1865 or whatever. One of those people around that table was Woody Kissel, who is currently our chairman for the fire district. So what do you, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but you must have barked nicely, so. What do you come up and talk a little bit about the new station and just say a few words?
Oh, I suppose. Actually, Chris was wrong. We started the fire district process back in '94.
I know.
And we fought some uphill battles through the whole thing. And eventually some people left, other people picked up the ball and ran with it. So it finally came to fruition in 1999, 2000. And I'd like to thank those individuals for picking up the ball, because I was worn out getting yelled at by everybody, neighboring departments and such. We progressed pretty well. Our station is too small. I'm sure everybody in our district has received the flyers in the mail. If they haven't, please contact me or the district. We will get the flyers out and give you the information. We have 2 hearings coming up. One next Thursday at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. 7 p.m. and the following Tuesday at 7 p.m. to explain exactly what we're doing with our instrument issues and explanations from the engineers and our consultants, and we can answer any questions for you. Enjoy the evening, have fun. Thank you.
Everybody, some people who I forgot to mention we're here tonight, we'll get that later, but some really special guests. Beth Gitzel, Woody's wife, Chris, Randy, and Chris's husband, Stefan. And they get the award for furthest travels because they're coming from Florida, all over the country. But I'm very glad you guys are here tonight. I'm very honored. So thank you. Next, we have our president of the auxiliary and some of her awards, Sally Jarvis.
I'm going to start by announcing my officers, and if they can come up as I announce them. My Vice President is Lori Brink. My Secretary is Pam Brink. And my Treasurer is Natasha Nevius. Since we've last met, we've had some new members join. Rebecca Dumas, Michelle Wilhelm, Jennifer Dupree, and junior member Madison Nevius. So I'm going to start with our biggest award tonight. What is the role of a volunteer? Someone who contributes their time, skill, and experience to an organization or group and give their time freely. On October 28, 1971, this young lady joined the Champlain Fire Department Auxiliary. Over the last 51 years, being 446,760 hours, she has held the office of President, Vice President, Secretary, and Treasurer of the Auxiliary. Pat Glad is the true meaning of a volunteer having served her community and church endlessly without hesitation. It is with great appreciation that Pat is being honored tonight with a Lifetime Member Award. Pat, we thank you for all that you do and that you continue to do. If you would come up. So I have some service awards to hand out. They're service pins. 50 years of service. 51. Pat Glad. 30 years of service. Betty Trombley. 15 years of service myself. Yay, Sally! And 5 years of service, Natasha Nevius. Thank you. I do have one more award, and she is not here tonight. Joanne Duffina. Before COVID, we had voted to have an auxiliary person of the year for the year of 2019. So we do have Joanne's plaque for auxiliary person of the year for 2019. I have some appreciation gifts, and they are given to members who have attended fire calls, meetings, the breakfast, and any events that are sponsored by the auxiliary or fire department. Lori Bright. They're heavy. Pam Brink. Rebecca Dumas. Pat Ladd. Mary LaValle. Michelle LaPone. Natasha Nevius. Betty Trombley. And Madison Nevius. And that concludes my part. Oh, Pat would like to speak.
Thank you, everybody. But for those out there who don't belong to the fire department or the auxiliary, it's a very worthwhile organization, and you should really join if you have the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Pat and Jean and Richard and the whole family did a lot for the fire service. And congratulations, Pat. Really great honor. Lifetime Achievement Award, or Lifetime Award, a member award. This is an award that's granted to a member that has been involved in the fire service for a minimum of 30 years. Time spent with the other fire companies considered towards this milestone, which this individual, at least one of these individuals did. It's one of the highest honors granted to a member of the Niagara Hose Company, #1. This guy kind of screwed up our plans tonight, but that's okay. It all worked out. And I think Randy's going to say a few words. So our lifetime, one of our lifetime members is our chairman, Woody Kissel, and glad that he could make it tonight. Randy?
As I look around this room, I notice quite a few faces that I recognize, quite a few folks that I've seen when they were a lot younger. I remember many folks, many scenes and fires. One of the things with Dad being part of the fire service has given me an opportunity to understand what community needs and what a second family needs. With that, my career is actually health and safety. So this opportunity that he's done through the community, through meeting all, large majority of you all, like I said, I don't remember some of you, but I do recognize some of you, has given me and my sister and my brother-in-law an opportunity to see the sense of community and a second family. I can remember Pat and Jean and Richard just doing stuff for us for a variety of different events. Ms. McFedridge said, sorry, Ms. McFedridge, I can't call you Janet, it's weird. But there's people in here that I graduated high school with, there's people in here that I've been on fire calls with, there's people in here that we've cried together, we've also seen a variety of different things. And without that, I wouldn't be where I am, I'm pretty sure. So thank you all, and thank you, Dad.
Actually, I started in the fire service in about 1974, dating myself, as a junior fireman in Boy, Massachusetts. And then at an interim past, I've spent 3 years in the military. Then I moved up here. I eventually got into West Shazy for a couple of 3 years, I don't remember exactly. I was having bad times then. When I moved to Champlain, there was a waiting list for firemen, and they had a roster of 46 people. I waited almost a year and a half to get into Champlain. Now, we'll open the door to anybody if they were interested in hand carrying through the door. So, if somebody's interested, please stop at the station. We're not going to chase you away. We'll explain stuff. You don't have to fight fire. You can do other things within the fire service that can help us. Thank you all for this. I really appreciate it. You gonna roast me now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you sit down first because you're old and the face is red.
Don't want to call out
I want to call this Steve on.
Okay. Face on.
JP's gonna do his Duke's Award. Woody, congratulations. I can tell you guys, he is very proud of me in the fire service. Doing a good job as chairman, but the biggest thing he's proud of is and that too is you guys. Talks about you all the time, all the time. So pretty cool.
So I told you guys Monday night that I wouldn't pick on you tonight.
Lied.
Brought a sugar. Just in case.
You knew better.
Before I do the Chiefs Award, there's a few things I need to say and a few people I need to recognize. 2022, I think I can say was one of my best years of my entire career as a firefighter. You guys gave me the honor of being your fire chief. A few years earlier, I tried at a time that I wasn't ready, and it didn't work out so good for me, but you've given me another chance. And you stood behind me, and we accomplished a lot this year. Think about the things that we did. A major project on our old engine. We've got a building in the works. We actually pulled off 100% hose testing ourselves. We've worked through personnel issues, personal issues, and I've seen a level of camaraderie within this group that I haven't seen in a long time, and it feels good. And none of that has anything to do with me being your fire chief. It has to do with you guys coming together and doing one hell of a good job of being a family of firefighters this year. And I sincerely thank every one of you for making this an incredible year. As far as some specific people that I want to say a few words about, I brought the chair. Caleb Champlain, front and center. Sometimes I lie.
Did a lot of things last year.
Any idea which one this might be for?
No.
I
messed a lot of stuff up.
So, if I could give every firefighter in this room an award, I would, just because it's been such an amazing year. Caleb, you were a pain in my butt many months when I took on this position. You have driven me crazy. You have been on my case about signing driver's cards. You have been on my case about 1,043 different jobs that you wanted. You've been a menace. But you're actually not up here to sit in the chair. Stand up. I was telling the truth. I'm not going to pick on you. Come on over. Over the last year or so, I've seen a lot of potential in this guy, and yeah, he has given me a hard time. But something happened over the last few months. And Caleb has dug in and sort of turned around kind of his general attitude towards a lot of things. And Caleb has become an extremely important part of our chain of command within this organization. And it's not often that somebody as young as you can step up the way that you have. And I wanted you to know in front of everybody that I appreciate everything you've done. I appreciate you putting up with the grief I've given you. And I appreciate what you've done for this organization. So a few months ago, I went to a training on the I Am Responding system. It's a system that we use to notify each other of events. Dispatch uses it to notify us of calls and countywide announcements. And Caleb has dug in really hard with getting this system up and running for us. And at the end of that training session, Caleb couldn't make it that night. The gentleman putting on the presentation gave me a few challenge points and told me to hand them out to the people who make a difference. And I forgot your challenge coin on my desk. So I made you a challenge coin, and I promise you I'll get you the right one. It says, challenge coin, I am responding. Thank you, Caleb, for growing up. I was just handed a note. All this maturity and goodwill and hard work, this note says he gets it from his father's side.
Grandmother. Yes.
Okay. Some other people that did a hell of a lot of work to make my job a lot easier. Our officers. I'm going to ask each of you guys to come up here. I've got a little something for you. First Assistant Chief Jared Baker. Second Assistant Chief Matt LaValle. Captain Joe Dallaire. Captain John Arruda. And our Fire Police Captain, Ronnie Houston. Take your time. So, something I noticed this year that was different for me than any other year that I've spent as a chief officer. I used to take my pager to work. I used to keep my radio close by. I used to keep track of things because I was nervous about what was going on when I wasn't around. I don't do that anymore. You guys are there. You know what to do. You know how to do it. Every one of you is an example of what a fire service officer should be. I can leave my radio and my pager in my truck when I go to work and not be worried because I know whatever comes up is going to be taken care of. And I appreciate that more than you guys can imagine. It's not much, but it's from me to you. I got some Dunkin' Donuts gift cards. You guys can grab some coffee. And Chris, join this line. Chris is a deputy county coordinator. In today's world, we don't have, as Woody said, people knocking on the door, full roster. Sometimes we have to bend the rules a little bit. And Chris, as a county coordinator, jumps in when he's needed and helps out with commanding fires, calling mutual aid, whatever he can do. He's available during the day, I'm not. And he has been as much of an asset to this group as any of these officers. So, some Dunkin' Donuts gift cards from me to you for all of you guys. Thank you. It's only $10. I do have a gold digger ex-wife, so I can't afford it.
Sorry, when they burn the muffins, I usually get something out of them anyway, so.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, guys. So as Woody mentioned, when I joined, we were a village fire department, and I couldn't wait to join. There was a waiting list. I didn't have to wait as long as Woody did. We didn't have a junior program back then. I couldn't wait. So at the time, when I had my application signed, I couldn't wait to have Oral Parsons sign it. So I went up to the funeral home and knocked on the door, and Kim could talk about what life was like up there. But I was so proud, and I still have that original application today. One of the people that were there was his son Tim Parsons, which I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about that, but Tim is also a lifetime, has a lifetime honor award, which we asked stuff. Tim is
Florida, right?
Florida, right? So we're trying to save money for the fire station, so we're going to have Kim come up and accept the award on his behalf, so you can mail it to him. We can't afford postage. His favorite sister. So if you can.
Probably be better if you said a few words.
You're running for election, aren't you?
No, I just got elected again.
Oh, okay.
No, we, in our family, we know what the fire department means. We have the ambulance service at our house. My father was in the fire department for, I don't even know how many years, so. It's an honor to have this fire department in our village. Thank you.
Don't put your name on the return address, you may not have taken it. Put Tom or something like that. All right, come on to the people.
So one of the awards that we hand out at the end of the festivities tonight is what we call the Chief's Award. This is an award that goes to someone who has been extremely supportive of the fire chief and of the chief officers. It's an award for somebody who isn't necessarily out in front making a lot of noise, but somebody who is the foundation of who we are. Somebody that steps up when needed, somebody that does whatever they're asked to do, whenever they're asked to do. And tonight, this award also is going to one of our younger members, another member who I'm extremely impressed with how much he stepped up and what he's done for this organization. And I could go on for quite a while about who and what Joe Dallaire is to our organization. He's our recipient of the Chief's Award tonight.
Oh boy.
Long one, Joe.
I really don't know what to say. Well, about 4 years ago when I joined the department, we went from home. This is all I've ever wanted to do, so I don't know. Just thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't in the department. That's for sure.
Fireman of the Year, the big one. Not gonna lie, this guy's been a thorn in my side too, but that's okay. The Fireman of the Year award is traditionally given to somebody who has stood out above all. Somebody who has, for one reason or another, achieved something incredible over the course of the last year. And this young man who is about to receive this award has done just that. Traditionally, it takes a long time to rise up the ranks and move into leadership positions. As our numbers dwindle, and as we have a harder and harder time finding volunteers, the people who rise up the chain of command are getting younger and younger. And it's tough as a young person to take on an extremely high level of responsibility. And over the last year, and a little bit of the year before, one young member of this organization sort of had a big chunk of responsibility dumped on his lap. And he took it and ran with it and did an extremely good job. And when I took over as the fire chief, he continued. This young man has supported me, supported the officers in every way possible. I don't know when he sleeps. I have no idea how this guy gets done what he gets done. When there's a fire, he's there. When there's ambulance needs help, he's there. When there's the automatic fire alarms that nobody wants to go to, he's there. Jared Baker, you have made my job easy. And I thank you for your efforts, and congratulations on being this year's Fireman of the Year.
This was not expected. All I can say is I am very proud to support the rest of my officers. Thank you, guys.
I have never seen him speechless. Ever.
All right, I guess I'll talk. I worked very, very hard on this. They were all shipped to my house. So, again,
tell them the real story. They shipped them to Shane's house. We took them from Shane's house, brought them to where we work at RL Valley, and then we carried them upstairs, put them upstairs, piece by piece.
I carried them all but three, I think, 3 boxes.
I carried the other 3.
Yeah. Some of them were double. And I'll tell you what, if you get a chance, have one of these because they are heavy. So, I believe we're giving these out to the firefighters and people that help us, support us, and are there for us. So, JP Fillion.
Yep.
Chris Champlain. Joe Dallaire. We're going to give Ronnie a chance to carry 2, so we're going to give one to Ronnie and Floyd Bursey. Ashley, we'll bring them to you, because you are old. Barry? Barry Dupree? Kristen Dupree? Jason and Greg Delisle. Corey Thompson. And you said you brought the scissors, right? Yes. Okay. Caleb Tremblay, Sparky.
We're gonna walk again?
Yep. You might as well grab Jared along the way.
And Matt.
Come on there.
Matt, might as well come up too. Todd Jarvis, myself, Charles Hunter. Is it Genevieve? Am I saying that right?
He's leaving.
And I guess if you get a lifetime member award, you also get a cooler too. So what do you kiss them? Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I don't have to call these all back home. Tammy, Champlain. Is there anybody else we're forgetting?
Thank you.
Anybody else? That's it. Thank you so much.
So one person I keep forgetting that say was the most important person we got in our organization, Tammy Tremblay, and Dave right here. Tammy's our fire district administrator. She keeps all of us in line and does an unbelievable job. And believe me, this year with all the work we had to do with RDA and oh my God, I don't know what we do without her. Just does a phenomenal job, and it's a full-time job. I didn't think it was, but it's a full-time job. And if we get this fire station across the line, public hearing is the 20th and 25th. 20th and 25th. And the vote is we're just trying to get through the public hearing.
16th is on the 16th.
May 16th, right, at the fire station. And the public hearings are at the fire station, so these guys who are politicians and candidates, make sure you register to vote, because now it's more important than ever, so. Next to the getting the fire district started, which we did years ago, this is critical to us, so we hope for your support. Okay, we did a drawing, or we're going to do a drawing. Thanks for contributing. Half goes to the winner and half goes to James or James White. Yeah, well, that's why you're not a treasurer.
I asked if you needed help.
Let's give Todd and Sally a hand for all the work they did in the banquet. So you can't hold. Hey, radio hold. Yeah. She looks like it. Woody Winsworth, though.
You know you're getting old when you gotta take your classes off.
Yeah. How much is it?
$161. $161. Half of it.
What's that?
5, 6, 1, 0, 2, 4, 7.
Red ticket. Corey, oh my God. Hey. Oh, you want to say a few words on email? There you go.
You want to talk about email?
But yeah, real quick. And after Corey's done, I would come up and say, "Cool."
So I want the money to go back to James White Fund. I think that's very important. Just really quick on the EMS side of things, I'm just certainly very proud of the relationship that we have with our local fire departments, with Rouse's Point and Moores, and certainly the Champlain Fire Department. We've had a lot of combined responses over this past year, and they've been very successful. You know, JP and I were at a motor vehicle accident a few months ago, and I remember afterwards going back to the station, and he and I both said, in all our time, over 20 years in this business, it was one of the best run scenes that we had ever been a part of. And it just goes to show, you know, how important training is, and you know, coming out on Monday nights and making sure that, you know, the trucks are checked and everything is in proper working order. So when that time comes and we have a critical situation, then things run very smoothly and we have good outcomes. So I certainly want to congratulate all the award winners tonight, and to all of the Champlain Fire Department officers. I appreciate your support of the EMS, and the support from us to you is certainly there as well. So thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, Corey. Golf season is starting, so we'll see him in September or October.
It's going to be through November.
Pat, you want to come up and say a blessing? Thank you guys, everybody. Congratulations to all the award winners. Pat, you want to say a closing prayer?
Here, okay.
You can do that.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Lord, we ask you to keep each and every one of us safe on our way home, also at each and every fire, ambulance call, wherever. Lord, take care of our officers, firefighters, EMS, everyone. Day to day, they put their lives on the line, and we are so grateful to you when they come back home to us. Bless them. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Pat. And again, don't forget about Ross Point's breakfast tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And I think Tom, you have a DJ. Splash over here.